Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be doing a live reaction, live review on chapter 644 and 645 on Bleach. So let's get started with 644. An explosive victory for Mayuri Kurosuchi after he defeats Fernidal, which is the name of the left arm he just finished defeating. Of course, with that said, Nemu wound up being kind of more of a sacrifice as she actually threw her life into the after she jumped into the battle, she actually pretty much like gave her life up so she can protect her captain. So now that equals to an explosive victory for Mayuri Kurosuchi, but that means for him back to the lab to create his next invention, if if of course if experiments allowed. So let's get started with 644, and at the top it says an explosive victory, and we see Mayuri Kurosuchi walking away from the explosion. So he seems to have a serious face right now, so he's sporting that. He's holding Emu's brain. Okay. He seems to fall on the ground for some apparent reason. Guess he's tired out after the big fight he had. I see. I've survived the blast. But it took my legs. Oh, he can't walk because of his legs. Ouch. So now this is a problem. Doesn't this put me in the same position as Saraki then? Yep. Hmm. I thought you would have turned tail by now, 11th Division. A group of fools beyond imagination indeed. Well, I guess I should thank you for not getting in my way during the battle. Listen well, below the rubble on the right, about 30 steps from here. So apparently they gotta retrieve something for him. Are two body containers that Nemu brought along. Okay, why does this keep happening? Okay, are two body containers that Nemu brought along with her. All you have to do is press the red button on the right and it'll open. So go along with them. So they're shocked at this point that Mayuri Kurosuchi's like, hey, listen, there's like these, two pods I have. There's spare bodies for Nemu. So can you do me a favor? I want you to click on that button and the bodies will fall out. Can you bring one of them to me? Because I need that body right now. And you're just like shy, like, what the hell is this guy talking about? This guy keeps spare bodies in his lab. So like they have that look like what? And you be good to go. It took me some time, but I have de-zombified them. Okay, so apparently these were zombies at some point, and they're no longer zombies. So that's definitely bracing if anything. I've had my life cut down quite a bit, but I won't complain. He did save my life after all. What? How are you still alive? How is he Sugaya still alive? This is insane. Kurotsuchi. What in the world? I could have thought he was defeated earlier. Thank you. Oh, he saved him. Okay. So he saved Hitsugaya. So he actually died. And then since he died, he became a zombie pretty much at this point. According to Mayuri Kurosuchi's logic. So he puts him in this pod. And his body was in that pod. So he was basically regenerating his body, bringing him back. And he brought Hitsugaya back. And mostly likely, I believe there was probably a power hike in spiritual energy that came with that because every anime has this crazy obsession that when they're actually brought back to life or reanimated or they're in a pod or something, they have like this crazy power hike and it really scares the enemies away. So let's see if this actually happened to Hitsugaya. So put me, he says, and Zaraki as well, I guess, in the empty containers, if you may. Well, see you soon, Captain Zaraki. Be right back. Okay, so Saraki was put in the container as well. Captain Kurosuchi, thank you for saving Captain Saraki. Is that? No. Dude, I'm so. So this guy, the whole entire time, he was acting evil, but he was actually saving lives this entire time, and that's actually reflected on the left panel on page 8, where you see a tear come out of his eye. So it's probably been a while since Kurosuchi even shedded a tear or anything like that. Um, is it Thanksgiving today? That's a lot of thanks. Thank you. I'm getting how creepy. No, it's not Thanksgiving today. It's just October 1st. Thanksgiving is not till next month though. So no, it's not. But all that doesn't really matter. Evolution. I have finally created a soul from a scratch that has evolved on its own. Wow. I am now ahead of you, Urahara Kisuke. I can't seem to imagine the frustration on your face, but all the reason more to see it for myself then. So he was doing it to actually get ahead of Urahara. It seems like Urahara him had a competition going of who can create the create a good experiment, that doesn't go to shit when it's being used. So it turns out Mayuri actually mastered it. So the next time we meet, I'll show you the difference between you and I. So it seems like he had a brawl with Urahara in the past, and it seems he lost that brawl, and he's actually now confident that this time around, when he faces Urahara, he should be able to actually fight him and bring him down. And when I mean bring him down, I mean kill him. Just the difference with her. Baby, hold your hand. 7. What in the world? Why is she naked? Will the father drift into his dreams, knowing and being delegated of his daughter's growth? That's his. What? Never ending my dream. Wait a minute. So you're telling me that. Hmm. Captain Kurosuchi. Yes. Well, I'm sure he'll be okay. That's true. We've got bigger things to worry about. Okay, so Urara is worried about Kurosuchi. The Retsu around us has been getting dangerously thin, to the point we can feel slight changes even from far away. Are all the vice captains out of commission? Rukia and I are alright. And Hinamori? Hinamori is this chick. Don't forget my Nanoa-chan. This is tough. We won't know where they're coming from. So they can't sense the Stern Riders at this point because their pressure's been growing thin. They've been masking their energy so they can actually deal a massive blow on the Soul Reapers. Scary, isn't it? Well, of course it is. I can tell. The feeling of not being able to tell where the enemy's coming from, but watching as their comrades are shot down from afar, one by one. Anyone would be afraid. Okay, this Stern Rider you're looking at here, he's Stern Rider S. He's actually a sniper. So this guy just like snipes from the. He pretty much like fights. He's a long range fighter, but he can also fight close range, where he was more of a long range. So he shoots at his opponents using like energy. And this energy, if you get hit by it, you quite frankly you die because he's gonna aim right for your vital spots. He's not gonna aim for your leg or anything like that. So, well, either way, after going all this way without knowing anything about the enemy, and if there was anyone in that group that wasn't afraid, it's about time we made our move too. This guy sounded like he was like doing a poem or something. Captain KYORAKU. That person would either be mad or a fool. So it seems like KYORAKU found his precision. Idiot! I told you not to. Ah, damn it! This always happens. Idiot, I told you not to. This little Papos, you're very annoying. Idiot, I told you not to stop that. That's what the enemy wants. Foreign. Oh, he got shot. I don't know, because this guy, the way he fights is kind of weird. You could have a flawless formation, but all it takes is one fool to break it. I have seen too many of those already. I thought you Shinigamis would be different, but the rumor. Daruma. Sanga, what? He's like, wait, what? Ko, where is that? Ron. What is this? I'm so lost. It's like, who's saying this? Of course. This, yo, Kyoraku's ridiculous. Ooh. Uh-uh. Okay. Oh, you have managed to avoid me. How quick. But a game of life and death. I have your weapon now. Your life will be next. What in the world? How did he get his weapon? Ooh. Okay, so Kyoraku pretty much tricked him into thinking that he got shot. And then he starts saying this technique, which like I'm not sure if you guys know, but his swords actually mean shadow. So when he Kageyone Takeone, when he says both names, one of them is to what Takeone is to I think it's to stab the ground, while Kageyone does the exact opposite and actually casts a shadow behind the opponent and allows like a portal for Takeone to come in and just stab the enemy from behind, or allows him to go through that shadow and actually slice his opponents from behind. In this case, he sliced his weapon and now he has his weapon. Now we're going to go on to chapter 645 and see what's up next. Okay, so we have the ending little panel, obviously. Okay, so page 645 at the top, page 1. So he's asking himself what happened to be able to come from so far away without me even realizing. How did he manage to do so? Oh. What an idiot. He's like, wait a minute. Don't tell me you haven't done this before. Durama-sanga koronda. What in the, can you guys please translate this? Don't chase a shadow. Okay, a shadow. His techniques are using. I mean, if you see Naruto, you know there's a character named Shikamaru. His technique is to using shadows, but this shadow is a bit different. It can warp you to your opponent without the opponent being able to sense your presence. So basically, it's like being blind because you don't know where the person is. Like being blind. I kind of fell out of screen there for a sec. It's like being blind because you don't know what's gonna come next. So basically, the opponent's gonna pop up right behind you as they cast a shadow right over you, just like this. So all you notice is like a shadow, but you can sense them. So what are you talking about? So you haven't then. Well, the Quincy's do have a different culture compared to us, but that aside, that this guy's all philosophical. Like you have to love this side of him. So as this okay, there you go. Once this loads, but it loaded. I've managed to get here, all thanks to the Norchan over there. You've gotten better. In no, it's no problem, and that's not encouraging at all. But it's a compliment. This one dangerous, so please return to the rest of them. I refused. Okay, then tell them to go on without me. Understood. I'll let them know, Captain. He just goes like, what? Like, you just call me Captain? He's like, she just call me Captain. It's like, please. Um, if you die before you can return to us, I promise I'll shave the chest hair off of your cold dead body. Please don't, or I'll lose my identity. What are you? Oh my god. He's so playful, it's ridiculous. She's starting to sound a lot like Risa-chan these days. Are you done yet? How mean. I have everything I need to know about you and your friends from your previous battles. That includes that Sanpakuto of yours as well. The ability to make any child's game into reality, huh? Was that one of them then? Hide and seek basically becomes a deadly game. Not what you want to hear. Nothing less expected from the guardians of the soul palace, that's right. But then I suppose a rancor like yourself wouldn't play games like these. To play this game, you need one person to be it and have their eyes shut with the countdown happens. The first person caught moving when the countdown ends loses. There are three parts to this. Oh, not this again. One, the it has to be in a place where everyone can see him or her. The two, and if the it catches anyone moving when he turns back, that person loses. And three, if the other player touch the it before he or she catches anyone, then the player wins. It's like tag and hide and seek basically. I see. So it's like Escondite English. Escondite English. No, Escondite English, which I'm guessing is a translation of hide and seek and tag. What? So you have something similar? Man, what a waste of time. I know, right? All explanation for no reason when they already have it. So when you start that game, whatever the it does will become visible, huh? And make sure you tap it before it sees you. You have teleported towards me using the path that my Retsu attack left behind, all the while showing me the illusion that you have stopped. Is that about it? You might have rigged the game to suit yourself better, but if what you say about me seeing you move equals your loss is true, then if I had seen through your illusion and you found you, you'd be dead. Oh my god, it's getting so dark. That's right, I'm glad you catch on fast. Glad. Are you sure you're not making mistake by telling me the rules of your games? You can't use this on me again. That's not true. I always wanted to actually say that, but I say it for the end of this. It's precisely because we both know the rules that this can be called a game. No. Ah. And here's something you got wrong. That you thought you saw just now was no illusion. You were actually looking at me. What? What? Oh my god, this guy's so confusing. It's like fighting Aizen all over again. The feeling you got when you feel another Retsu, everyone that uses their Retsu in battle has this subconscious ability to use both their sight and their Reikakus to detect another. It says Reikakus to detect another. And the more one focuses in a battle, the stronger the Reikaku becomes compared to sight, meaning you've been subconsciously looking with your heart, not your eyes. That would explain why you saw my Retsu as me. I left it where you see. That's impossible. There's no way I'd make a mistake like that. It's a mistake. Who do you think I am? Ooh, my god. Ooh, you already know. So this is basically. By the way, by the way, you were thinking like, did I just say that? It's like, no, I said the Mo my ninja. That's what I actually said under my breath. Although he's not a ninja, but that's a bit insane. I am the captain commander of the Gotai 13, Shinshui KYORAKU. We know that much. You know the usual like introductions. Let me just introduce myself before I kick your ass, pretty much. And there he goes. The battle begins. Daruma Sanga. So basically, he's doing it again. This way, no. I told you, this won't work on me again. He keeps hitting the wrong thing. He keeps hitting his Retsu. I guarantee you that much. So this guy said he classifies on the wrong card. That's interesting. Nice one. It's time. It's the first time anyone found my Geiko Kageoni on the first try. Kageoni, there you go. I have said it before. I have everything I need on you and your friends from the battle before. And he's like, oh, really? You have nothing on us. Oh, I thought I evaded this well. Don't you think it's rather unfair that you don't share, though? What is he talking about? I wasn't looking for a fair fight. Andy, I don't. Jesus Christ, it always does this. You would make this fight me fair, but if you insist, Stern Rider X, the Exorcist, Lil Barrow, my power is the power to pierce through everything. So he's evaded, you say. You never stood a chance. So apparently he's basically, you don't stand a chance, my friend. Basically die. Were you chasing shadows again? Oh, you're making that. How did he get there? Face again. Don't worry. It's like you said. I didn't actually evade it. You just shot an illusion on mine. That's all. I call this one Kageokuri, the ability to make a shadow so real. The more one looks at it, the more someone of your Reikiku looks at it. That makes no sense. Looks at it, the more real it becomes. Oh, okay. So the more you look at it, the more real his shadow becomes to your eyes and or your heart. The scary thing about a child's game is the part where you don't exactly know where it begins or where it's like. You could be really prepared for it, but it takes is just one move for you to end it. You're dragged in whether you like it or not. The game is getting serious. You can't back out of this anymore. So let's play until one of us drops, shall we? Okay, so it ends on that note. With KYORAKU playing, the way his Zanpakuto likes to play. His Zanpakuto, if you actually seen him in their physical form, are actually two little kids, literally two children that run around, and they play like these tricks with their shadows. So when you look at the shadow, the more of a reality that shadow becomes. In short, these shadows are dangerous because you don't pay attention, they could end your life in an instant. So that's the power of his Zanpakuto in this chapter. So thank you very much for watching this chapter, or this live reaction live review with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Leave a like and comment down below on what you think is gonna happen in the next manga chapter next week. So thank you very much for watching and have a safe day.